106.4. Below him circling burned the myriad suns. Narada is coming from above, from heaven, and he sees the material creation down below. And these suns are there. He bore the ripples of the etheric sea. Etheric sea. While he is coming down now, etheric, that is Akash, ether. The primal air brought first the joy of touch. That is the quality of air, Vayu. A secret spirit drew its mighty breath. Then it started breathing. So you have got Akash, you got here Vayu. Then the character of Vayu is this one, contracting and expanding this huge world. It keeps on, that is the breath. The secret might of the creative fire. How it is the matter which is really governed, is created by fire. Form, definiteness is given by fire. The secret might of the creative fire displayed its triple power to build and form. It is Agni who is the builder of form. So if a new body, a divine body has to come, it has to come through the agency of the fire. Agni, Divya Agni, triple fire. Yeah, he is describing. Now, the triple fire is basically Saura Agni, Vidyuta Agni, and Jada Agni. He is going to explain. Saura Agni, Vidyuta Agni. Saura means solar fire. Supramental. Yeah. And then Saura. Then Vidyuta, electric fire. Vidyut, electricity. And then comes Jada Agni. What we see here, what we are using, the Jada Agni.
What is it?
Jala means heavy.
Electrical, solar, and supramental. No, solar is supramental and electrical, and the third one?
Jada Agni. Jada means heavy.
Ordinary fire.
In fact, he is going to explain to you. The secret might of the creative fire displayed is triple power to build and form. What are the triple power? Infinitesimal sparse weaving dance, nebulous universe grounding shape and mass, foundation of pattern of the world, radiance bursting into the light of the stars. He has described the triple fire. Nothing is left. Saura, Surya.
Sun fire.
Yes, sun. Sun is a.
Solar and supramental fire as two different. No, same. Solar and supramental.
Yeah.
Solar and supramental is the same.
Yeah. Well.
Ordinary fire.
Shape and mass, that is how you get concrete. See, there was ether, there is no form, there is no concrete, there is no definite. It is a fire which gives you shape and mass. Yeah. See, you may have a shape, it may be hollow. It may be hollow, you see. Shape and mass. And then, after that, he feels the sap of life, sap of death. When he's coming down into the material creation, Narada is feeling the sap, that is the aap. By water. So you have got Akash, then Vayu, then Agni, Tejas, then Apas, and then into solid matter, dense communion, plunging and his obscure oneness of form, his obscure oneness of form, that is the earth. Into solid matter, earth. Dense communion. He has identified himself with material base. So otherwise, how does he come down? He felt a sap of life, a sap of death. So at that time, the appearance of death also comes into picture. at that stage, you see. Into solid matter, dense communion, that is the earth. So, in two sentences, we see how Narad has changed his spiritual body into the material body. Otherwise, how does he come? And he has to walk into the palace.
Then when he goes, he
Of course, the she settles all one by one and goes back. Goes back one by one. I don't know if I had told you earlier or not. See, you know of the great soul, Paul Brunton. You must have Brunton, you heard of him. So, so one day he came to India. He was here and there and all kind of things. You see, Raman Maharshi ashram and whatnot. So one day he went to a person who had a power to materialize a dead body. An occultist, you see, an occultist. So he said, I want to see it. And then he told Paul Brunton, that man, a magician or whatever you want to call him, he told him, come tomorrow, but come with a living bird. Bird. Hand. So he went there in the morning to his house. He went there in the morning and he said, okay, you keep it on the table. He kept it on the table. And he wrenched his neck completely. And he was dead. Huh? Yeah, it died. It died. Then he said, you make sure whether it is dead or not. And then he found that it was really dead. And he kept it directly on the table. Then after some time, the bird started flying up in the room. That bird, which was dead, lying on the table. He got up, started flying in the room, and then again. Huh?
Without head?
Without, yeah.
Without head?
No, everything, completely, as a bird. Completely.
Not like a chicken.
No, it was not a headless chicken. It was not a headless chicken. Yeah. And then it really flew for a while, for a few seconds or a few minutes or whatever it is, and then again it collapsed and came down on the table. So this man was stunned. He was really surprised. Yeah, Paul Brunton was really, yes, it has happened. A dead person had gone up and whatever, but it happened. The point is, it happened. Then, of course, he didn't persist on asking how it happened and what happened and all that thing. But actually, the mechanism is that if you bring down a certain vital force, it can enter into a dead body and it can become living. That vital, if you pull down the vital force, it can enter into the dead body and it can become living and move around also as a common usual thing. But then why does it not persist? It cannot, because the vital force does not stay there. It withdraws. The moment it withdraws, again it is dead. It is dead. Same thing. See, the other example is, of course, very famous example we know all. When Shibandu was living in the guest house, the stones were falling for 3 days and all that kind of a thing, you see. They were real stones and whatnot, you see. And then again, after some stopped. Now, how did that happen? The person had a certain power, certain capacity to get those things materialized. And they did get materialized and they were falling. And when that force was withdrawn, they had disappeared. In other words, as a physicist, I would have liked to pick up one of those stones, take to the laboratory and analyze what kind of stone it is, what kind of matter it is, what kind of chemicals are inside there and all that, you see. but they are not available like that. Because the moment it is withdrawn, it disappears. Those stones don't exist anymore. Same thing. So, in fact, here also Narad has applied a certain spiritual force and through the Sankhya process got materialized. And when he went back, he withdrew that force and then assumed his spiritual form again. So that is how it goes on, you see. Now this man, he is telling you exactly the same story. Death. I curved the vacant ether into space. He starts with ether. I curved the vacant ether into space. A huge expanding and contracting breath, that is Vayu. Actually, the whole description of this thing is available in very great details in Life Divine. If I remember rightly, page 85 or 87, something like that, around that. The Sankhya philosophy in the Life Divine. A huge expanding and contracting breath harbored the fires of the universe. The triple fire. Marshal the platoons of the invisible dance. I formed Earth's beauty out of atom and gas. It is out of that now what you see here. And built from chemic plasm the living man. That is how man has come into existence out of matter. So that is the materialist base.